What's up, guys? New video, and it is extremely hot today. I just got up to the shop. It's a little bit later, actually. It is 3 o'clock p.m. and it is 94 degrees, which it says it's supposed to rain like every other day except today, but it feels like 104, and it really feels like it's 120. But you know, I live in Charleston, so there's like a lot of humidity and whatever, so it's like unbearable. But anyways, guys, just got here, like I said, and I just got back from O'Reilly Auto Parts. Got a few things, got some towels to wipe some stuff down. I got a new thing of bondo. I'm gonna try to get this bondo stuff on here today, and you know, just try to fill in as much as I can. I got some little tack cloths, some more sanding pads. I got because I wasn't able to find the 600 grit sand pads for that little machine, so hopefully these things just kind of fit on there. And then I got a sanding block and these 80 grit sandpapers, and this stuff, the 80 grit is pretty much, I was using 60 grit before, but they didn't have any 60. But it's going to be good for, you know, sanding off the bondo and stuff like that. So that's the plan. I'm going to go ahead and try to get some of this bondo on here. I did sand this stuff off. I can't remember if I showed you guys that in the last video, but I'm going to finish filling in these holes if I can, and then I'm going to possibly, if I have enough time, fill in some of the small little dents and dings. And then the plan is to sand everything with the 320 grit sandpaper after that. And then basically clean it all off, and it'll be ready for the primer coat. So I'll have to, you know, first obviously I'm gonna have to tape everything off and all that, but it'll be the primer coat. I'll sand that with 600 grit sandpaper, and then it'll be the first color coat, and then, or you know, you'll do three or four color coats, and then the clear coat, and then I'll probably sand it with 2000 grit sandpaper, wet sand it after that, just to kind of get it looking nice. This is my first car that I'm gonna be painting like in full. I've done an engine bay or a couple engine bays before. I painted the interior of an S14, but I've never actually painted a whole car. So like I said, I'm not really going for, you know, a $3,000 paint job, but I don't want it to look like rattled cans. So should turn out pretty good. At least that's what I'm kind of expecting. I'm not going to be using spray paint cans. I'm going to actually be using a spray gun. So that's that. But anyways, guys, gonna go ahead and get started before I melt. So yeah. So one little tip before you do the bondo on like holes or whatever, if you put some like tape or something underneath the hole, it helps because the bondo doesn't fall through. Pretty obvious, but a lot of people don't do it. I actually didn't do it on these two holes because I wasn't able to get my hands in there. But luckily, all this stuff over here has tons of room to get your hands in. So anyway, tape's on all of them now, so I'm gonna go ahead and mix up some bondo. Okay, guys, yeah, this new stuff was a lot easier to put on. This is just gonna be like the first coat. I'm going to sand this off, and then I'm going to apply another coat to get it nice and smooth. I was able to put one small little coat on these two dents. Once again, though, like I said, I'm going to block sand this off to get it nice and smooth, and then I'll put another layer on it. And then there's one right here that I just noticed too. So there's a few, you know, here and there. But really, this side over here, passenger side, seems to be pretty good. There's really nothing wrong except for the bottom side skirt. So going to mix up a little bit more and apply some, and then in about 30 minutes I will go ahead and sand all this stuff off. Alright, just let this thing dry for about 45 minutes or so, maybe a little bit less, but anyway, just sanded it all down. I got it nice and smooth, filled in all the holes. This one I'm going to go over a little bit more, and probably these two right here. Anyway, sanded all that down, and just sanded this a little bit, just kind of like a little rough sand, but I'm gonna go ahead and fill or put another layer on it. Basically what I'm trying to do is just fill in that dent there. So basically this whole thing should be flat by the time I'm done adding bondo. I should have probably just replaced this whole panel, but anyway, got two dents here I sanded, and then there's a little bit down here, not too bad. So I'm gonna go ahead and add another layer of bondo everywhere that it needs it, and then this side, I'm not too sure if I'm going to do this today or not because it's already like 5 o'clock. And it's super hot, like I said earlier. Yeah, so anyways, going to go ahead and mix a little bit more here and then add it on top of the existing bondo.
I'm looking outside my window. I try to see where my luck goes. I just don't know how it slips out. There must be some kind of plan. Every person could be you though. A pretty guy with a halo. But who am I kidding, please now? I gotta realize that you
While the bondo is drying, I went ahead and removed the intake manifold. That way I could take this motor apart to get it over to the machine shop. So whenever I bought the car, there was a massive coolant leak, and the guy thought that it was just the head gasket leaking, but it turned out just to be this hose right here, and I actually replaced it, and we were all good. So that's what all this like rusty looking stuff is. But if anybody knows what this little box thing is right here with the little hose fitting on the end of it is, let me know. Throw down in the comments below. Let me know what that is. I want to say that's part of the IACV system, but I'm not 100% sure. It actually might not be at all. But the hose was broken off, so I don't know if the hose has always been off or what the deal is. But anyway, got that off of there. So now basically just got to take off the oil filter housing, the motor mounts, oil pan, and then, you know, just the front stuff, and then basically I can just tear into the engine and get everything out of there. So that is the plan, to try and get that motor over to the machine shop sometime next week, just as long as I'm not super busy, but that is the plan. And then as far as this car goes, I'm probably going to head out now because it's about 6 o'clock. The intake manifold was a pain to get off because there's a couple bolts on the bottom that are just super hard to get to, but happy with the progress because now I'm able to basically just get started on the engine, take it over there, get all the work done to it, and then while they're doing the work, because like I said, it's probably going to take a couple weeks for them to finish. While they're doing the work, I'm going to get this car, you know, sanded down, get it hopefully primered and painted. So yeah, stay tuned, guys. It's coming along. Let me know what you guys want to see, and throw down in the comments below. Let me know what you guys are thinking as far as the whole project goes. I'm going to try to make as many videos as possible, so definitely stay tuned, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.